guys are good.
In the 2016 presidential campaign, retired General Michael Flynn was one of the few senior military figures to endorse Donald Trump, leading campaign rally chants against Hillary Clinton.
If I did a tenth of what she did, I would be in jail today.
But just weeks into his term as Trump's national security advisor, Flynn was fired for lying about his talks with the Russian ambassador. Flynn had denied discussing sanctions imposed by Barack Obama over Russian election interference.
It was strictly coincidental that they had a conversation. They did not discuss anything having to do with the United States decision to expel diplomats or impose a censure against Russia.
But FBI phone intercepts proved otherwise.
You cannot have a national security advisor misleading the vice president and others. So I think the president was right to ask for his resignation.
The whole situation is unprecedented. Here we have a new administration about to take office, and the FBI at this point has counterintelligence concerns about whether he had been somehow compromised by the Russians and was lying about his conversations with the Russians.
In December 2015, 2 months before officially joining Trump's campaign, Mike Flynn had been paid $45,000 to speak at a gala dinner in Moscow.
The Russian RT propaganda channel invited him to Moscow to a propaganda event with Vladimir Putin, for which he accepted money and did not properly report that event and that money to the Defense Department.
Flynn had also breached national security laws for failing to declare that he had been paid hundreds of thousands of dollars to lobby on behalf of Turkey.
If you're going to be working with foreign governments, you have to register as a foreign agent. He didn't do that.
Flynn was questioned by investigators from the Mueller inquiry into Russian election interference. He pleaded guilty on 2 counts of making false statements to the FBI over his conversations with the Russian ambassador. But his sentence was delayed for 2 years while he cooperated with the inquiry.
General Flynn is a wonderful man. I think he's been treated very, very unfairly by the media. I think it's really a sad thing that he was treated so badly.
Okay, thank you very much.
Even after he fired Flynn, President Donald Trump has remained loyal, hinting at the idea of pardoning him.
I don't want to talk about pardons for Michael Flynn yet. We'll see what happens. Let's see.
Flynn got a new lawyer and withdrew his guilty pleas. Last month, the long-running legal saga took a stunning turn.
This is an ABC News special report.
The Department of Justice has just announced that it is dropping all of the charges in the criminal case against Michael Flynn.
We'd never imagined that somebody who had pled guilty twice would then be let off scot-free by the Justice Department. It obviously raised questions as to whether this was being done for political purposes.
This is a favor for a politically connected defendant, a friend of the president, a supporter of the president, that no one else would get. In the same way, the dismissal motion appears to have no legal or factual basis. It appears completely political.
He was an innocent man. He was targeted by the Obama administration, and he was targeted in order to try and take down a president. And what they've done is a disgrace.
It's not just that he pled guilty, it's that he is guilty. The transcripts prove he's guilty. He said, I didn't discuss sanctions. The telephone transcript has him discussing sanctions. So he's guilty, and guilty people should not go free.
Former Watergate prosecutor Jill Wine-Banks believes Flynn should also face charges over his failure to declare he was acting as a foreign agent.
As part of his plea deal, a lot of things he could have been charged with were dropped. It seems to me that a future prosecutor should be looking at reinstating the other charges against him.
And God bless America. Thank you.
There is still a strong possibility Mike Flynn walks free and returns to campaign for Donald Trump's re-election.
Which would make it very, very hard for any professional to give him a security clearance since he's worked with the Turks and Russians and others without reporting it, and he's pled guilty to lying to the FBI. So it's unclear how he'll be used, but he may very well be used as some sort of political weapon by the president.
Hi, I'm Lee Sales. Thanks for watching this story. If you'd like to watch more of 730's stories, they are on the left of your screen. And tap on the button below to subscribe and get the latest from ABC News.